Testando, testando, testando. Sem som. Retornou.
God be with you.
Teresa, the millmaid, sent me. She said you could use some help.
Some extra pairs of
Ajuda para dois
hands would be
vagabundos.
useful. What do you have in mind?
My friends, two survivors of Scalise, are looking for work.
And why should I take them?
They're experienced carpenters.
Why not? Carpenters would be helpful. There's a lot of work here at the mill, and I'm not as spry as I used to be. Thomas, my foreman, tries his best, but he ain't up to
Dois
that kind
vagabundos
of work.
beberrões.
But they aren't idlers and
Ótima
drunks,
indicação.
are they? I only take in people who are willing to do hard, honest work.
I'm from Scalise, and I know them both personally. They worked in the royal mines, and their master couldn't praise them highly enough.
In the Scouts' mines? That's skillful work. I'll be glad to talk to them. Tell them I'll give them a chance. We'll talk about pay and a roof over their heads when they get here. Good luck to you.
Vamos lá dar uma notícia aos dois, né?
Yeah.
Cavalo fraco.
Henry, I'm glad you came.
I'd like you to teach me how to be better.
Certainly.
I'd like to...
All right, but
Isn't that quite a...
agreed. Now, goodbye.
I'd like you to teach...
Certainly.
I'm interested in...
Wouldn't you rather learn the basics?
Well... The miller and Ledechko would be happy to meet you.
You really found work for us?
Of course. Couldn't bear to look at those sour faces of yours a moment longer.
Thanks, Henry. Only
What?
the reward we talked about, well, we haven't got 2 groschen to rub together.
Nah, that doesn't matter. You'll pay me when you have it.
That we will. Stop by and visit us in a week. We'll pay you back as soon as we get our first wage. Take care. What the? Hey!
Good luck then.
Será que vai dar tempo de chegar? Será que vai estar aberto? Vamos ver.
Good day to you.
This wouldn't happen to be yours, would it?
My God, where did you find it?
In Skalitz.
Are you saying that old man of mine is actually good for something? And do you have it all? Let me see, let me see.
I found your silver goblet.
Just the goblet? There were groschen in there.
A groschen as well. Here you go.
Take care.
Eu nem sabia que eu tava com essas coisas dela.
Is there something you need?
Greetings. What business have you?
Master Fayfar, I need to speak with you. I found out something about the counterfeit coin.
Did you really? Do tell.
Close to Rovna, I came across a wagon that was transporting the false coins. Unfortunately, I came too late. The carter and his men were dead.
Damn and blast. Do you know who did it?
Yes. A certain knight turned up there. Turned out he was also after the forgers.
Well, that is indeed unexpected. Tell me, what did he say?
His name is Ulrich. He looked like a knight, but he refused to show his master's colours.
Ulrich, you say? Could be anyone. Can you describe him?
An older man with a moustache. But for all his grey hairs, he seemed pretty tough to me.
Doesn't match anyone I've heard of. But then we don't even know if Ulrich is his real name.
I asked him who his liege was, but he refused to tell me.
We live in such strange times. In days past, knights would vie with each other to see who could extol their liege's name the loudest. And today, they take assumed names, hide their emblems, and sneak around the land like thieves.
I got the impression he was hiding his identity because his master's at odds with Sir Radzig.
That may well be. As a staunch supporter of the king, Sir Radzig has many enemies.
He told me that the fake money was being taken to Passau in exchange for gold coins, then that real money was being brought back to the Bohemian lands.
That would explain why those fakes bear the Passau countermark.
His master is allied with the Passau alderman, and they told him to sort it all out.
I wonder who could be behind it all.
He gave me these documents to show you. He seemed to think they prove he was telling the truth. They're the records of the interrogations in Passau, and some other things he said you'd understand better than him.
Let me see. We, the aldermen of the city of Passau. Interrogation held this day. Put to pen by the questor. The place of origin is a monastery in the land of Bohemia. Which certainly confirms my suspicion that something underhand is going on in Sasso. Coin assay report. Copper core coated with amalgam. But this is interesting. Here's an outline description of how the forgeries are made. I'll have to study it more closely. We command Herr Ulrich to investigate and let no man stand in his way. This looks like the original safe conduct. It has the seal of the Passau alderman, but they certainly didn't pen this.
How do you know?
I recognize the hand. It's a Clement of Kaplitz, the high scribe of the Rosenbergs.
The Rosenbergs? Who's that?
A rich and powerful family in South Bohemia. Burgrave Henry III is a great rival of our King Wenceslas.
So what does all this mean?
Well, it certainly explains why your knight is so mysterious. Anyway, we should be careful. And we shall begin our investigation. The documents show they use silver amalgam for coating copper fakes. That's a lead we can follow.
What?
Silver amalgam. It's produced from quicksilver and silver.
Well, that doesn't sound like something just anyone can get hold of.
You're quite right. You will go to Sasso at once. Look around the forges in the city. Someone must be working copper for them. I, meanwhile, will take counsel with Sir Radzig and then follow after you.
Where shall we meet?
At the inn on Sasso Market Square. Good luck then.
Look at the state you're in.
How about now? Fancy a walk to the town?
That sounds wonderful. Everyone says the Broken Wheel Tavern is the fun place to be in the evening. I want you to take me there.
Have you ever been to a tavern?
Me and my father used to stop at the tavern in the Glade when he was taking the flour into town, but he never wanted to take me inside. What do you think, Hal? Shall we go?
Well, I don't see why not. But you'll have to try some ale while you're there.
I will, I promise.
Let's be going then.
Go to taverns a lot, do you?
Sometimes. If I want a proper meal, I have to. You wouldn't want to eat the stuff I cook.
That's true. I haven't forgotten that bet you made back in Scallops that time.
Don't talk about those oat cakes. Fritz's belly heaves at the very mention, even now.
And that's where you go to woo wenches, is it?
Yeah, naturally. The taverns and baths are where the best ones gather.
You lout.
No need to take it the wrong way.
I'm not taking it any way at all.
It's all right. I'm only joking. I don't go picking up women in taverns. I prefer a different sort.
What sort might that be?
All mouth and green-eyed.
Yes, Sato.
Come on, then. So, here we are. Shall we order something?
Yes, definitely.
Service?
Ah, a pair of lovebirds. What would you like to order?
Is it all right?
It's excellent.
This ale is no better in the province.
You know what?
What? What are you doing? Oh, no.
Oh.
But really?
Yes. Oh, come on, be brave.
No, I've never...
Hand on my hip.
I don't even know how.
And off we go.
But really, I don't know how.
You're doing just fine.
Right. Oh, it's
All right.
fine. Oh, very nice. Not so bad. You wore me out.
And you said you couldn't dance.
How about a
Oh
dance
não,
with a real
alguém vem
man?
arrumar confusão.
How about you leave me alone and bother someone else?
Oh, come on. It's a crime to waste a body like that on a scrawny boy like him. You got tits like a cow in calf. Ah, that's it. I like a woman to fight before I fuck her. You'll pay for that, boy.
E lá vamos nós. Já?
My hero. Does it hurt?
You should worry about the other fella. I'm fine. Ow!
Of course you are. That's why you wince every time I touch you. You saw him off, though. He wasn't feeling so playful after you'd finished with him.
That tickles.
Baby.
So, you'll probably be fine. But try to give your hands some rest. Don't go lifting anything too heavy.
Thank you. I'll take you home.
You never give up. Are you sure you don't need a bit more rest? I can find my own way home.
I'll manage those few extra steps.
Come on then, hero.
I'll give you this. Nights out with you might be painful, but they're never boring.
I do my best.
Oh, you should go in before Peshek starts fretting. Oh.
Preciso consertar essa roupa. Farei isso amanhã. É aqui. Alfaiate. Na outra cidade tem alfaiate? Vou ver aqui. Aparentemente não. Então é melhor ficar aqui. Amanhã eu vou no alfaiate. Vou no armeiro vendo essas espadas que eu tenho no inventário. Que pesa eu tenha muita energia ainda.
I'm honored that... Good boy.
Let's talk about... Are we agreed?
That's better. Drop it a bit more and we'll call it a deal. Finally, a reason... See you later.
let's talk about... Well... Agree?
That's a poor... All right, so...
Ué, fechado. Pô, cara preguiçoso, meu. 9 horas da manhã. Ué, ainda? Que é isso?
God bless. Goodbye.
God be with you. Good luck then.
I'd like to
Well, we can...
Is this enough?
Well, a little more...
carrots,
Bread,
beetroot,
beets,
onions.
just this morning. Bread.
So, what did Master Pfeiffer have to say?
I consulted him and we definitely have a starting point.
Tell me more.
Master Pfeiffer found out they need copper sheets for the core of the coins and quicksilver for the the other part?
I see. They have such materials at the monastery.
Exactly. That's why I'm interested in the local forges.
Yes, that is good. Yesterday, I heard people from the craftsman's yard by the monastery complaining. They said they could not sleep at night because the blacksmith works all the time till dawn.
I see. That's certainly worth asking about. Have you heard anything else?
You said they use quicksilver. There is a painter lodging here who is painting the church in Ujits. I heard him complain also. He said that he went to the monastery for quicksilver and it was all gone.
Well, that's something to follow up as well. Thanks.
God save you. What can...
Are there any problems?
Nothing I've heard about.
My respects to you.
I hear you've had some problems with the supply of quicksilver.
Problems? I should say so. For the third time this month they've told me they've none. There's no quicksilver to be had, they said.
And Who exactly are you talking about? Who's holding back the goods on you?
The monastery overseer, or his assistant, more like.
So what did the overseer have to say to you?
Nothing. Apparently he doesn't deal in such trifles. Leaves it all to his assistant, the pompous git.
What do you need Quicksilver for?
I don't. They do. To mix up the red pigment for me. I'm painting the church in Ujits. Can you imagine how stupid those biblical scenes look without red?
Not really.
Then be glad you can. My eyes hurt just to imagine it.
Surely such valuable material can't just vanish. Where can it be?
I wish I knew. Every time I ask for the red paint, there's a different reason why they haven't got the Quicksilver to mix it. Once they said the goods never arrived, and another time that the wagon carrying it was ambushed. Then it went astray somewhere.
And you think they're lying?
Jesus, what do I know? But it seems pretty strange to me. 3 times in a row the same paint goes missing. There's bad luck and then there's something else.
That's all I need to know for now.
Ah. But wouldn't you care to buy something before you go? Or play a game? I really need some money. I've been waiting here a while and my stay's getting expensive.
Why not? Show me what you have to offer.
Can we do something?
Well,
here you are.
Já que você tá precisando aí,
my word.
então
Take
toma.
me kindly.
Eu achava que era o meu cavalo. Quase que eu acabava um cavalo aqui sem querer. Ué, é.
Yeah. Yeah.
Hey, what the hell do you think
Ah,
you're
já saí,
doing?
já saí. Foi mal. Você que eu tenho que falar? Não. Não. Tá lá em cima. Opa. Opa.
I hope I can be of...
I'm looking for some Quicksilver. Did you have any on hand?
Talk to my assistant. He deals with such trivial matters.
Fine, thank you.
Good luck to you.
Jesus Christ be praised.
Do you have any Quicksilver in stock?
Who's asking?
Nobody, I'm just asking.
Then I don't have any.
That sounds almost as if you don't want to sell it to me.
It's not that I don't want to. It's that I can't.
bollocks. Tell me this instant what you've done with the goods.
Nothing! And I'd advise you to calm down. We're on hallowed ground.
You're a fine one to speak of hallowed ground, a lying thief in monastic robes. What next? A whore dressed as a nun?
This is blasphemy!
I'll give you blasphemy. I'm sure you know what our Lord did to the money changers in the temple.
What do you mean? You're not going to hurt me, are you?
Tell me what's going on here and I won't have a reason
momento achei que ele não ia ceder.
Jesus. But I didn't know anything about any counterfeiting.
For your sake, I hope that's true. Now tell me what's been going on.
I swear, I wouldn't normally do anything like that.
Get to the point.
They came for me at noon, directly to the office. The overseer was somewhere on his rounds. Some night it was, without a crest, armed. He called himself Sir Jezek, and he had a lackey with him called Rapota, a scruffy fellow with a yellow cape. Always whistling he was. They told me they wanted all the quicksilver we order for the monastery. Of course, I told him that wouldn't be possible.
And then what? Did they threaten you?
Not at first. They tried to bribe me, and when I refused, they started threatening.
How did you hand it over to them?
I take it up the hill behind the monastery here. There's a big tree there with a small chapel underneath. Sometimes Rapota is there waiting for me. If not, I leave it there.
What did they threaten you with?
They said they know people in the monastery, that they'd have me thrown out and beaten for stealing.
And you had been stealing? I mean, before then?
You know how it is. I work my fingers to the bone and they pay me a pittance.
So they knew about you?
Yes, they knew my name, everything.
Very well. Thank you.
Take care now.
Huh?
Gastei aqui a pinga da salvação, porque acho que eu andei muito. E se eu morrer aqui, pode ter uma cilada aqui. E ter que voltar tudo de novo. Espero que não. que eles são? Agora fiquei curioso.
Filth, stink everywhere. Should have stayed home.
Bandido. Ué, o outro já acordou. Desgraçado.
Come here. You know how this one ends. Jesus Christ!
Bom, bandido é bandido, né? E nessa época aqui, né, já que é medieval, não tinha direitos humanos, né? A ONU sequer foi criada aqui, né? Então, a Carta das Nações, ou Carta dos Direitos Universais, que não existia nada disso, então estou tranquilo. Nessa época aqui só tinha aquele negócio lá, né? Os 10 mandamentos. Não roubarás, não matarás. Mas tem suas exceções. Eu acho. Olha, isso aqui. Eu tô sem nada, ó.
Yeah.
God be with you, lad. What can I do for you?
You look different, Master.
So as to fit in. I don't want it known that I'm in town.
Why?
I don't want to alarm our prey. Gossip spreads quickly, and if those scoundrels learn we're onto them, they'll flee.
And that does make sense.
So what have you found out so far?
I found out where they get their quicksilver from. You were right, it was the monastery.
It was the only logical explanation.
It changed hands on the hill behind the monastery.
Have you been there to have a look around?
I have, but I didn't find anything interesting.
And have you found out who's behind it?
Someone called Rapita.
Not much, but it's a start. At least it's not a common name. Listen, Henry, I had another thought on the way here. Those counterfeiters have to have a punch die to make the fake coins.
Yes, of course.
That's sophisticated work. And there's a man I know who works at the monastery yard, Master Engraver Jerome of Silesia.
You don't suppose that he's...
No, not that, God forbid. I know him well. He'd never do anything like that. But he runs an engraving workshop, so he might have heard something.
Very well, I'll ask him.
But ask with tact. I don't want him getting offended. And I prefer you not to mention me at all.
I'll try to think of something. That's all.
Não mencioná-lo e não ofender.
Goodbye.
Ok. Não parece difícil. Agora vamos aqui no mercado. Vamos vender as coisas que eu peguei emprestado. E os bandais. Os bandits. Vamos ver o que é que ela comprou. Ué, cadê? Ah, aqui. Não tem ninguém nessa jossa, não?
Good day to you.
O que é que ele compra? Armadura. Armadura. Que tá no combate. Não gosto desse capacete.
Let's have a word about the price.
Well, we...
What about this?
That sounds pretty interesting. A little less and I'll be satisfied. Aye, for that...
Esqueci da missão.
Hey!
Do Do you make anything out of copper, Master?
I do a bit of Damascene decor,
I'm looking for someone who could do me some copper shit.
Well, that's pretty rough and ready work. I wouldn't waste my time with it. But go and ask Zach from the craftsman's yard by the monastery. He's bought up all the copper to be had around it.
What can you tell me about the blacksmiths here?
Depends which ones you mean. In the town, there's Mikesh. He's a decent man and an honest craftsman. And in the yard by the monastery, there's Zach. But there's not many good words I can say about it.
What about the monastery blacksmith, Zach?
Well, him and me don't exactly see eye to eye. He wanted to buy my business, but I turned him down. Ever since then, he hasn't had a good word to say about me.
Tell me something about Mikesh.
Like I said, he's an honest craftsman, which isn't some...
That'll be all.
God be with you.
How goes the work, Master?
Getting there, getting there. You need something, my boy?
What are you doing here, anyway?
You're in an engraver's shop, my boy. We're engraving, of course.
Yeah, but engraving what? And what's it used for?
Oh, we engrave wood and stone as well as metal. Here in the monastery, it's mostly about decoration.
You've got quite a large workshop, Master. You don't do all the work alone, surely?
I'm usually here with my apprentice Florian. Of course, by simple observation, you'll note that this is not currently the case, and I'm here alone. Which means that either I'm a liar or something out of the ordinary has occurred.
I see. I think. So what's happened to Florian?
He shares the fate of the pharaohs for today. The 5th scourge of Egypt did smite him, the plague. Or so his message advised me.
Jesus Christ, the plague?
Do remain calm. I'm quite certain the plague from which Florian is suffering wasn't a judgment from on high. Or if it was a judgment on excessive drinking. I'm told such an ailment can be of truly biblical proportions.
What's he like, your apprentice, Florian?
I'm afraid that his exuberant youth has taken its toll. He's been acting strangely of late. I fear he has delusions of persecution.
I don't really know what you mean, at all.
Recently, for example, he told me that someone was following him. And the very next day he bought a padlock from the blacksmith and locked up his chest. As though I would ever sneak into it. In any case, why the interest? Are you looking for him?
Something like that.
May I ask why?
I have a message for him.
A message? Who would be interested in that wastrel? Other than his furious and deeply disappointed master, of course. About your question, you'll find him at home. No doubt feverishly dying. He sleeps in the baker's cellar.
Ah, thank you. Does Florian have any enemies?
A man such as he certainly owes money at every turn, and the parents of local girls are undoubtedly displeased with his attempts to propagate. However, most recently it was that fury from the baths who accosted him in quite a spectacular rage.
A woman from the baths? What did she do?
The harpy nearly tore all Florian's hair out. I don't frequently feel sorry for my ne'er-do-well apprentice, but on that occasion I made an exception.
Do you have any idea why she did it?
She was screaming about some girl, some flighty bathmaid, Esther. I would say that Florian had felt the joys of spring and acted accordingly, although one would have thought they'd be used to that sort of thing at the bathhouse.
Thank you. I'll leave you to your work.
God be with you.
Eu o dono dessa pocilga. Ninguém aqui.
What am I doing talking to a...
Have you got...
Hi. For how long?
just the one night?
Sure. You've got it all to yourself. No one will disturb you.
Where do I go?
On the upper floor of the inn. There's your chamber is the one that... God bless.
Bom, é isso. Vou esperar até amanhã. E amanhã eu continuo com as atividades.